I've got Tommy Tremble.
The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time, and they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most. Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd and 7. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Out of the shotgun, Young. This one is caught by Robinson. 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Young. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Young to throw on 1st down. Pass pulled in by Tracy. A 2nd down throw for Young. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Here's Young. That is caught side of the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, New York. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now, here comes a return from the 9. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and long. They'll put Ayuk in motion. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. Second down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Another run here with Lloyd. This will be a Saints first down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down is Young. That's caught. It's Marshawn Lloyd. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
That one complete to Johnston. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw is Young. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is brought in. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. On the toss, it's Lloyd. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Pinero's kick is good. And the Saints will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll second down. They'll put Ayuk in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing again, Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's in the end zone and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. That's complete. It's Lloyd. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. 1 quarter in the books. 10-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Young. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll go here with Lloyd. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's got his man. It's Pickens. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Young. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Young. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
At the Lions' 18-yard line.
Here's Young. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
This is Chronicle 2. And he'll take it on in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown Saints.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. The Saints move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And his numbers this season, eye-popping in a lot of categories. Let's just show you one. He is the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Here's 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Cook. We'll get this to about midfield. The big defensive lineman, Vita Vea, on the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. They're trying to get something inside the 10. And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Saints offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. This drive will begin with a run by Lloyd. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun, it's Young. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On first down is Young. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw, Young. This one complete to Oliver. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Now Young. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Here's Young to throw. Pass pulled in by Tracy.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you had things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. Williams to the air once more. They'll set up the screen to Cook. On the move, past the 40. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Throwing again, Williams. That's a slant to Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. No handoff, he'll keep it himself. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line. They'll try and throw. Here's Williams. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
Everybody on that sideline, when you find yourself in a goal-to-go situation, you're all thinking the same thing. You're getting 6. Well, next thing you know, you've given up 2 sacks on the previous 3 plays, and I think here on 4th down, I've lost all confidence in my protection, and I think you got to settle for the 3. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. He'll find his running back, Cook. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
There's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
He's going to keep it himself. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop it behind the line again. They motion the slot man left. Williams to throw on 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. He'll try it now with Cook. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Saints. Here's the pistol snap to Young. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. A 2nd down throw for Young. Open man is Robinson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll go play action with Young. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Here's a run. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Young. That is caught, and he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. It's now 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Young. It is brought in the end zone. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Greg, Nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. They send Ridley in motion. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Slot man in motion left. On third down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential. Your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Here's second and 2. Back to throw, Young. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Here's first and 10. To throw, Young. And it's caught. It's Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Throwing on second down, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To throw is Young. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. That's complete left side to Pickens. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Young to throw. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Second and 4 at the 15-yard line.
On second down, Young. That one complete to Johnston. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
Complete to Quentin Johnston. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
To throw is Young. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown Saints. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The kick is good. It's the score, Saints 36, Lions 3.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Taking on defenders, plowing forward. A pickup of 5. On second down, it's Williams. His tight end, Tremble, over the middle.
Complete to number 82, Tommy Tremble. It's a gain of 6.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. On first and 10, it's Williams. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They send him right out of the slot. Here's Williams on first and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Throw it again. It's Williams. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They're going for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs. A carry here for Tracy. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Saints first down.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. Second down and 8. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now Young. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Young. Now he'll run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Lions' 15-yard line.
A second down throw for Young. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, it's Young. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. So this one, a win for the Saints. They bounced back from the loss last week. Really put in a determined effort to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.